Number 3, Austin Golden. Number 4, Dawson Butcher. Number 7, Lucas Foreman.
Hey, I need coach again. Thanks.
Number 17, Paul Mackey. Number 20, Joel Smith. Number 26, Thomas Gibson. Number 30, Colton Costello. At this time, we ask them to please rise and remove your hats on playing the national anthem.
I'll probably need it one more time no, I'm not too young. Thanks.
Welcome to Midland University. As we have a lot of streams going on today, we are now with the men playing soccer against Northwestern. So the Raiders have visited right here at the White Kirk Event Center, and we will give you a great video of that. I will try to give you as much commentary as I possibly can regarding this, but here we go. To the far side, we have the Raiders sending it back and resetting their offense as they bring it to the near side. And again, sending it back to the keeper to the far side. They're traveling from north to south into the wind. Midland University is trying to step in and block and send it back deep into Raider territory. And with the breakaway, trying to make sure that it doesn't go out. The keeper actually keeps it inbounds and sends it to the near side and resets. Sends it across to the pitch to the far side, about midfield at this point. Sending it back. To the far side of the pitch, we see a pass moving forward, but ends up going out of bounds off of Midland. So it's a throw in from the Raiders. Throw in is attempted to intercept by Midland, but continue to maintain control for the Raiders to all the way to the near side. Resetting their offense at midfield to the far side again. Foot race to the forward, and then Midland clears out of bounds for a throw in for the Raiders. Thank you for being a part of our broadcast. The throw-in was kind of like a corner kick the way they treated that. Midland was able to clear that out a little ways, but all the way to the near side, the Raiders are stepping in, and then we have a penalty against Midland on the near side. So free kick for the Raiders, the near side. Raiders with two potential kickers, and sends it across the pitch with a header over the crossbar. Becomes a goal kick for Midland. So that was a header, but now Midland with a goal kick. And looks like they're kind of the first time they're really setting up their offense, moving to the far side of the pitch. Sending it back to the keeper and then moving all the way to the near side of the pitch, but not able to maintain control. Goes out of bounds. And then we have a throw in for the Raiders. Raiders throw it in back towards midfield and then across the pitch to the far side. Spreading the field out as they move all the way back to the near side. Pass goes into the middle. Midland was able to step in and sends that midfield. Trying to keep the ball moving down and cleared out of bounds by the Raiders. Midland has a throw in deep in the Raiders territory. Right now, Midland has a slight breeze advantage as it is moving in their behalf. Raiders on the move, but Midland's able to step in, take a block, and take over, control. Sends it deep into Raiders territory. Raiders can try working to clear it out. Steps in, moving across midway past the pitch and to the far side, stops the ball and then passes to the middle. Midland was able to clear that back out and takes over control to the near side of the pitch, but ends up going out of bounds for a throw in for the Raiders. Raiders throw in, a short throw into the middle of the pitch. Midland's able to step in, take over control. And with a couple of passes, gets it to the far side of the pitch into Raider territory. Comes across the middle, able to connect on a pass, but Raiders able to kick that, free a ball up in the air, header towards Midland area. And Midland now steps back in and takes control. Pass right, a beautiful pass right in front of the box. And Raiders keeper able to come out and pick that up. Keeper sends it to the near side. With a reversal, the Raiders send it to the far side of the pitch. And then back to the near side. Working just to make Midland kind of step up and step in with a long pass. All the Raiders are trying to make an attempt to be able to set up a goal, but the keeper was able to step in before a shot was really able to be taken. Rolls out to the near side. Midland with control of the ball. Near side of the pitch, and then we get a pass going all the way across to the far side of the pitch. Able to keep it inbounds, but the Raiders able to then clear it back to the far side of the pitch. Throw in for Midland on the far side of the pitch in front of the Midland bench. Actually, right at midfield is where they're going to throw that in. Here comes that throw in, and Midland with the pass, but the Raiders able to step in order to take it over. Midland does clear it back all the way across the pitch to the near side and out of bounds with a Raider throw in. Raider with a short throw in. And sends it back across the pitch to the far side. And then to the near side of the pitch again. Good pass goes in forward, just not able to control, but it does go take a Raider bounce. Midland able to clear it. And that goes deep into Raider territory. So the far side Raiders start over with their attack. Their offensive attack, they send it back and all the way back to the keeper in order to be able to reset. And the keeper sends it to the near side of the pitch. And with a big kick, again sends it down the pitch where Midland was able to take control and send it back to the keeper. The keeper sends it to the near side of the pitch. A big kick sends it all the way down, and Raiders with a header trying to take control. Midland stepping in to get the ball on the ground, keeps it in bounds. Nice pass to the right in front of the box, but Raiders stepping in to be able to clear that out. And then the turnover goes back to the Raiders. Raiders send it back to their keeper. 0-0 as we continue on right here. Thank you for being a part of our broadcast right here on MidlandAthletics.com. To the far side of the pitch, Raiders sending it forward, but off of the feet of Midland. Raiders with a throw-in on the far side of the pitch. Here. And then there's another call. The whistle. What is... So we're looking to see. Okay, we have a injury player. So had to take a bit of time to. Looks like somebody must have had a collision and injury. You want to make sure that. Very busy weekend for Midland University, as yesterday we had volleyball and hockey. Today we have 2 hockeys, 1 volleyball, and 2 soccer games to bring you. So running back and forth, making sure everything goes nice and smooth. It's been very entertaining. So we're just waiting for the whistle blow to be able to continue on. We'll also want to say thank you to all of our sponsors here in a little bit that help bring the broadcast to you. For example, Camp Fontenelle. Oh, here comes the throw in, and the Raiders send it back, resetting their offense, and end up sending it all the way back to their keeper. Here comes the keeper, sends it to the near side. Pass goes to the middle and through several Midland players, but Midland is able to step up and then sends it back to Raiders' side. But Raiders taking control. Midland sends it back, but it goes all the way back to the Raiders' keeper. And with a big kick, it goes out of bounds to the near side off of the Raiders' Midland with a throw in. Midland then sends it back to their keeper in order to be able to set up their offense. Sending it back to the keeper. The keeper then sends it and turn to the near side. The keeper then Midland sends it all the way to the far side. Keeps it in bounds and sends it forward. Another large pass going all the way deep into the Raider territory, and it looks like a great opportunity potentially to have an attack, but Raiders were able to fend off the attack and then send it back into Midland territory. Now, looks like a penalty off of the Raiders. Free kick for Midland, sends it forward, and they are midway down the pitch to the near side. Reverses back to be able to reset the offense. They go to the center of the pitch. Now to the far side. Back to the center, resetting. Moving the offense around, making sure the defense has to be able to kind of clear up, but they send the ball into the Raider territory. Center pass goes to the far side. And we have an offsides call, and now with Raiders taking control. So Raiders with a free kick being taken by the keeper, and Raiders send it to the near side. Try and spread out the offensive attack as much as possible. Again, sending it all the way across the far side. Having to chase it down a little bit, make sure it doesn't go out of bounds. Back to the keeper. Keeper sends it to the near side. Sending it forward, but Raiders send it again back as they were triple teamed at that point. So they wanted to kind of open up the situation. Again, trying to send it back. They send it all the way across, but it goes out of bounds off of the Raiders deep in their territory. A throw in for Midland. Near side of the pitch. Bring it back because it keeps it on the near side. Working around a Raider. Sends it to the center. Unfortunately, it was right on the money where the pass was into Midland player's foot, and out of bounds it goes, and so that is a goal kick. Keeper sends it to the far side of the pitch. Raiders send it all the way to the near side, and then they send it back. Midland has been pretty aggressive on their attack for their defense being right there. Usually, and this is what happens, is the Raiders have been sending in deep kicks. And Midland's been sending it back, right back at them. It looks like a foul against Midland, far side of the pitch. Free kick for the Raiders. Sends it to the center of the pitch, but are they going to be able to catch up? They are not, and it goes out of bounds, and we have a throw in for Midland in Raider territory. Comes the throw in. Working around a couple of defenders, Midland was able to send it forward, and Raiders tried to clear it, but it gets sent right back by Midland. Midland then sends it in. Raiders keep stepping in to block it. Now Midland sends it to the far back into the far side of the pitch. Resetting offense back in Midland territory. Big pass to the far side. And great placement for Midland there to be able to maintain it on the far side of the pitch, but a lot of Raiders joining them, so he sends it back to regroup on the offense. Offense goes all the way back now to the keeper. Midland's keeper sends a pass to the far side of the pitch. Raiders with a header sends it back and battle back and forth. And we have a penalty against on Midland. Oh, it's offsides. So Midland has a free kick. So that was offsides against the Raiders. So free kick for Midland. Here comes a deep pass. Header back from the Raiders. Trying to control and send it to the center of the pitch. Pass as they move forward. They send it to the far side of the pitch, deep in Midland territory. And then looks like an attempt, but high over the crossbar. So now we have a keeper kick for Midland, deep in their territory. 28-25. Not necessarily a shot, but it was like towards the goal, kind of. And exactly, it was had kind of a last resort kick, but it was really high, within 20 feet of the goal. That's about it. Raiders taking control, middle of the pitch, sending it to the far side. Passes blocked and sent back by Midland. Raiders now sending it back to their keeper to reset their offense. And with that, Midland sends it out of bounds. Throw in for the Raiders. They throw it back to their keeper, who sends it to the far side of the pitch. Pass right on the far side line with the pass moving forward, and Raiders maintaining control all the way to the near side of the pitch. The pass towards the goal, nobody in for the Raiders at that point, but Midland's keeper comes out, catches it, and throws it to the near side. Midland sends it to the far side, looking for opening. A nice pass. And a couple of players get entwined and down, but they play on. Sending it forward for a pass, but no Raiders were there to be able to do it. Midland's keeper steps out, picks it up, rolls it to the near side. Now Midland sending it to the far side of the pitch. Pass gets intercepted by the Raiders. Raiders and battling on the far side of the pitch. Now they move it to the middle of the pitch. Sends it forward to where it's blocked by Midland. Free ball currently. Midland's able to get it on the ground and then pass that forward deep into territory. And with a attempt, keeper was able to be out for the Raiders and block that off the sides, but goes out of bounds. Looks like we will have a corner kick for Midland. The very first corner kick of the game coming up at with 25:33 left in the first half. So we have Midland with the very first corner kick. Sends it to the center. A header gets blocked out and by the Raiders, and looks like they called a header off of Midland and out of bounds, and now we have a keeper kick for the Raiders. Raiders sending it across the pitch back to the near side. Pass goes forward. And then we have a penalty against Midland. So free kick for the Raiders. Right at mid-pitch. Raiders sending it to the far side in order to be able to open up their offensive attack. Sending it forward, and able to maintain that. And looks like we have looks like a foul against, and that was pushing from the back. So free kick from Midland. Free kick gets sent back to the keeper. Keeper sends it to the far side of the pitch. Back to the keeper. Then to the near side of the pitch. Pass deep into the Raider territory and sends it forward. Midland maintaining control. Trying to work around the Raider. It's centering pass. The Raiders step and play. And then we have a penalty. Is that inside the box? So now we have a penalty kick. First penalty kick we've seen in a long time. So that's against the Raiders. So now we're going to see that penalty kick brought on by Midland. Again, with 22:45 left. All right, everybody's getting set up for the penalty kick. And there is the first goal of the day. With 22:06 remaining in the first half, Midland is now up 1-0 over the Raiders. Congratulations, Midland, for taking on that and getting that first goal. All right, with 22:05 left in the first half, we have the Raiders with the ball as we are about ready to continue the first half of the game. Midland ahead 1-0. Raiders sending it back. Across the pitch to the far side of the pitch, Raiders maneuvering around. Sending it forward, then out of bounds off of the Midland. The Raiders have a throw in. Raiders sending it all the way across the field to the near side of the pitch. Battle, and now we have a foul on Midland, so here comes a Raiders free kick, and they send it back to their keeper. who sends it to the far side of the pitch. Pass moves all the way across to the near side of the pitch. And back to, nope, there was a foul actually on the far side, so free kick for the Raiders. Basically, you end up doing what they were doing in the first place. So now there's a pass to the far side of the pitch, and then pass forward. Goes out of bounds off of Midland player. Midland trying to clear it, but it goes out of bounds. Now a throw in for the Raiders. Raiders setting up to do a throw in that looks a lot like a corner kick. So the throw is a header off of Midland player. And so now we look like. So now we have, and looks like we might have another penalty kick. Or what is going on? So there was a lot of penalty on
and then once he takes the shot,
21-29 left in the first half, and now the Raiders with a penalty kick.
Jeff over here is walking.
And here comes the penalty kick, and then with just a couple minutes from the Midland penalty kick, Raiders are able to even it out 1-1 with their own penalty kick right here on MidlandAthletics.com and BSDN Live. Thank you for being a part of our broadcast as we bring you a lot of Midland activities this weekend. Midland sending it back to set up their offensive attack. Sends it to the far side of the pitch. And with something down the field out of our range. Let's see, I'm not sure exactly what happened there. In fact, it looks like everybody's kind of confused. Oh, they stopped the clock or they stopped the play in order to catch the clock up. That's what was going on. Midland sending the ball forward, but Raiders stepping in and sending it right back with the attack on the far side. Raiders centering a pass. Sent off to the side from the keeper, but goes out of bounds, and that sets up a corner kick for the Raiders. So the first corner kick for the Raiders, not too far after a penalty kick for the Raiders, ties it up 1-1. 20 minutes and 27 seconds left. Here comes the corner kick, sends it out, and that pass gets sent and bounces off of the crossbar. And then goes out to middle pitch to the far side, out of bounds, off of a Raider, and then we have Midland with a throw in right in front of their own bench. Comes the throw in, sends it forward. Midland was able to maintain control, but stepped in by the Raiders to send it forward. Midland sending it back to their offensive. Now we have a foul on Midland. A free kick right here for the Raiders. Raiders sending it forward, and pass gets kicked out by Midland, out of bounds off of Midland. Throw in for the Raiders. 1-1 with 19 minutes left. Raiders send that the throw in back to the keeper, who comes quite a ways out of their goal. Keeping aggressive pace against the Midland defense. Pass gets sent, but headed back, and Midland trying to work to clear. Raiders do step in, take control, sending it to the near side of the pitch. Pass was glanced off of a Midland player, but Raiders able to keep the play. But Midland now, taking control, sends the pass forward and a foot race to see if they can keep it from going out of bounds, and blocked out by the Raiders. So now throw in for the Raiders, who throw it back to their keeper. Keeper sends it across the pitch to the far side of the pitch, who sends it back to the keeper. Keeper now sends it to the near side. Pass goes all the way across to the far side. And back to the near side. A deep pass to the far side. Midland tries to clear it out, goes out of bounds. Raiders have a throw in from the far side in front of Midland's bench. Comes the throw to the far line, sending it back to their offense and back to their keeper, resetting their defense, or the offense. Near side pass through some Midland players, getting around Midland to the far side. Raiders send a pass all the way, and looks like that went out of bounds on the near side. So Midland has a throw in. Moving it back, Midland now with throw. And then a header ends up sending it out of bounds for a Raider throw in Midland territory. The throw comes back on the near side of the pitch. Pass goes across to the far side of the pitch at the middle of the field. Sending it forward and ends up going out of bounds and just on the far side. So that is a Midland throw in deep in their own territory. That was the throw. It's hard to see with where the sun is at this point. And we're deflecting it off of a Raider. Midland has the throw in near side of the pitch. Comes the throw. Raiders trying to take control and action of it, but out of bounds off of Raider. Quick throw. Raiders are able to step in. And now we have a penalty. So free kick for the Raiders.
Oh, then Rio.
Raiders free kick gets sent to the far side. Passed forward on the far line. Centered, but blocked back out to the far side. Goes out of bounds off of Midland, so Raiders with a throw-in. Midland looking to sub somebody in once they have the opportunity to. Here comes the throw in for the Raiders again. when they're this deep, they always looks like they always treat it as a kind of a corner kick throw in. So the throw in gets headed back out by Midland. Raiders are able to step in to maintain control on their attack. Pass goes all the way across and out the back line. So Midland with a goal kick. 13:55 left in play for the first half. Tied 1-1. Both teams have scored off of penalty kicks that were within probably 2.5 minutes of each other. Midland with control of the ball and passing forward. Raiders were able to step in and head that back, but Midland now regaining control, sending it to the far side of the pitch. Across midfield, but able to be blocked by the Raiders and sending it back the other way. On the attack, the Raiders send it to the near side. Fairly open, but multiple Midland players, Warriors step in, take control, and now foul on the Raiders, and then a little extra pushing there. That one, and I would say, that Raider was definitely aggressive there. So, sending it to the far side of the pitch. Midland centering a pass, but ends up sending it back to the keeper. Keeper with a deep kick goes to the far side. Raiders are it looks like another free kick for the Raiders on the far side of the pitch, midfield. Raiders send it back to the near side. It's there across midfield. Midland trying to step in and be able to block that. Pass goes all the way forward and then goes out the back line. Now we have another keeper kick for Midland right here. Keeper sending it to the far side of the pitch. And sending it back to the keepers, spreading out the offense. Trying to spread out the defense there. Goes back to the far side. Pass gets forward to in front of the Midland bench, goes out of bounds off of a Raider. Throw in, goes further in field, and then it's able to be controlled by Midland on the far side of the pitch. Ball gets sent out, and the attack is on its way, and it is bounced off of Midland out of bounds of the back line. So now we have a keeper kick for the Raiders. 1-1 with 11 minutes left of the first half right here on MidlandAthletics.com. Thank you for being a part of our broadcast. Raiders sending it back to their keeper, and then the keeper sending it deep down with a big pass. Gets sent back. So foul against Midland coming up underneath a Raider that was trying to do a header. Raiders trying to send it forward. Yeah, Midland working to be able to fouls on the Raider at this point in time. So we have a free kick for Midland. Midland sending it across the pitch to the far side. And, of course, sending it back to the near side. Raiders stepping in to be aggressive. It's now Midland sending a deep pass. And with a hop, Raiders have their keeper steps out and catches it. Raiders keeper sends it to the far side. Now back to the keeper. Now sends it to the near side. Deep pass across the pitch to the far side. And to the battle for the free ball. Midland kicks it back. And gets control. Then tries to get a shot on it, but just not able to get the power behind it. So the keeper picks it up and rolls it to the far side for the Raiders. Raiders send it back to the keeper. Sending it near side. The Raiders send it back to their keeper, who sends it now to the far side. Midland stepping in and making a run forward into the Raider territory. Raiders keeper steps in before it goes out the back line, keeping it in play, sending it forward. Now they are sending it to the far side of the pitch. Big pass down the pitch and across. Midland and the Raiders with a couple of headers and free ball, and Midland kicks it back into the middle of the field. The near side, Raiders try to send it, and out of bounds off of Midland. And now Raiders with a throw in, throwing it back to the set up their offense. Pass to the middle of the pitch. Midland steps in with a 2-on-1 situation. We have Midland taking a shot, and off of the upright, it bounces out, but stays in play. So the play continues on. Raiders now with control on the far side of the pitch. Goes out of bounds off of. So now we have a throw in on the far side, midfield for Midland. Midland just a moment ago with such a close shot, almost getting that one in. It just bounced off the upright. Midland sending it all the way in, but picked up by the Raiders keeper, who rolls it out. And then a pass goes across the pitch to the far side, who sends it forward along the far side line, and battle between Midland and the Raiders. Midland clears it out of bounds, deep in their own territory. 6:10 left in the first half. Raiders exchanging some players. Here comes the throw in. And that goes into scrum, and then it looks like it is cleared to the near side out of bounds off of Midland. So another throw in for the Raiders. This deep in Midland's territory, Raiders again doing a throw in, organizing themselves just like a corner kick. Long throw coming in. Headed back out by Midland. Raiders are able to maintain it in Midland territory. Pass gets sent across the center. And gets sent to pass all the way in to Midland. Keeper picks it up and sends it down the pitch. And then a foul off on a Raider. So we have a free kick in the Raider territory for Midland. And here comes the free kick from Midland. That gets sent all the way down, header in from Midland, but it goes over the crossbar, out of bounds, and now we have a keeper kick for the Raiders. Raiders are in the ball. Sent to the near side. And sends it back to the keeper, who sends it across the pitch to the far side. Pass gets sent across to the near side again. Forwarded pass headed forward by the Raiders. Midland was able to step in and take control of the ball, sends it back to their keeper, who sends it to the far side to set up the offense for the Midland University. The Warriors now with the ball, moving it across the centering of pass, but able to miss one of the pass players, but another one steps in, sends it across the pitch. At midfield, Midland has control of the ball, but they are sending it back to reset the offense. All the way back to the near side, and the pass gets sent forward. And great location. It is just the play. If Midland was able to be a little bit forward without being offsides, they would have had a great shot. Raiders with the control on the near side. Midland does clear it back. Raiders trying to hit it back out of the way, but Midland stepping in deep in Raider territory, centers it. Pass comes to the near side. Keeping it in bounds. This pass gets centered and then caught by the keeper for the Raiders, who sends it to the near side. Now they're on the attack, but can hold up at midfield, centering the ball. Midland able to step in and send the ball back into Raider territory. Raiders restarting their offensive attack. Pass goes into the center, but Midland again stepping in, clearing that ball back. Raiders with control, but sending it across the pitch. Midland able to step in, take over control on the far side. Battle for the ball. Goes all the way to the far side, and Midland working to keep control of it. And I'll get a player down. That looks like I think that would have been. We have a minute 20 left in the first half. It's like kind of a cramping situation. A lot of running. It has not been as hot the past couple of days, but it has definitely been windy, and that just dries you out, dehydrates you a bit, and that could certainly be causing some of the cramping that is going on there. All right, now with Raider control, send it back and send it to the near side of the pitch. On the attack, the Raiders pass forward, but Midland steps back and then takes control and passes back. And foul on the Raiders. So we have 1 minute left, and we have a free kick for Midland. Midland's free kick gets sent all the way up. It was a header then off of Midland right into the hands of the keeper for Raiders. The keeper for Raiders sends it forward and sent to the near side. Gets past a couple of Warriors, but goes out of bounds. Now a throw in for the Raiders, who sends it forward. Kind of intertwined legs there, and that is the end of the first half right here on MidlandAthletics.com and BSDN Live. Quite a first half as we have 1-1. Both of the scores were off of penalty kicks. So we will come back in just a bit with the second half of play right here on MidlandAthletics.com.
Limitless. When you believe there's no limit to what you can achieve. You come to Midland for an education, but you will leave with so much more. We're a small campus with big opportunities, and whatever you need, we'll help you succeed. At Midland, it's your future, your way, with our support every day. Midland University. It's bold, it's an experience, it's family, it's limitless. Limitless.
Camp Fondell introduces Ye Old Pumpkin Patch, and that is coming up again this year. Birthday parties, field trips, scouts, youth groups, church groups, other groups are welcome, and you can enjoy time together in the fall at Camp Fondell's Pumpkin Patch and Corn Maze, which opens the third Sunday in September during the annual Fall Festival and Barbecue. Runs through Sunday after Halloween. Check out your details at campfontanelle.com. Pumpkin Patch Corn Maze. Camp Fondell
has arrived, and it's time to have some fun. Sid Dillon Chevrolet is the perfect place to find the vehicle to take you to your next event. Shop Nebraska's #1 volume Chevy dealer to find the vehicle for wherever your plans take you. Visit any of our 4 locations for your new Chevy or pre-owned vehicle. We're also your Chevrolet Business Elite dealer, offering medium-duty trucks and low-cab forwards. Visit us at SidDillonChevy.com.
You are what drives us, Sid Dillon.
If you're looking for a new career, Dollar General is looking for you. Hiring all positions and all shifts, they are looking for you with a starting pay up to $22 an hour with a $2,000 sign-on bonus. You can find details by going to dollargeneral.com/careers or by texting DG Warehouse to 25,000. Must be 18 or older, but again, starting pay up to $22 an hour with a $2,000 sign-on bonus. Contact them now, dollargeneral.com/careers.
Nebraska, where hardworking hands build incredible things.
Built this thing from the ground up out of nothing. Gave it everything. Now look at what it's given back.
We know you put your heart into your business because that's what Nebraskans do. As a local bank, we put our hearts into helping you because we're not just a bank in Nebraska. We're Nebraska in a bank. Pinnacle Bank, the way banking should be.
Welcome back to Heatham Field right here in Fremont, Nebraska. It is Midland Warriors soccer as they take on Northwestern. In the first half, we did have a pretty eventful game. We actually have a tied game again, 1-1. Not a lot of scoring going on, but both scores were done based off of penalty kicks. Marco Moresco was the received the goal for Midland, and Pablo Espas for Northwestern. Sorry about the pronunciation there. So pretty even all in all, as shots for the first half. Northwestern had 4 shots. Midland had 5 shots. And Northwestern didn't have to do any saves, where Midland did have 1 save. The corner kicks both had 1 corner kick each time. And then for fouls, Northwestern had 8 fouls and Midland with 9 fouls. So again, all in all, very even play as, we're at half. And we will come back in just a little bit to bring you more action as we have more soccer coming your way. Also, don't forget, if you go to MidlandAthletics.com, a lot of things going on. Volleyball going on earlier, hockey at this point. There's going to be more hockey later on this evening, and of course more soccer as the women's team is going to be coming in, and they'll be facing off here in a little bit. as they're going to be playing Northwestern women as well. So again, it's all coming your way right here on MidlandAthletics.com and BSDN Live.
Limitless. When you believe there's no limit to what you can achieve. You come to Midland for an education, but you will leave with so much more. We're a small campus with big opportunities, and whatever you need, we'll help you succeed. At Midland, it's your future, your way, with our support every day. Midland University. It's bold, it's an experience, it's family, it's limitless.
Camp Fondell introduces Ye Old Pumpkin Patch, and that is coming up again this year. Birthday parties, field trips, scouts, youth groups, church groups, other groups are welcome, and you can enjoy time together in the fall at Camp Fondell's Pumpkin Patch and Corn Maze, which opens the third Sunday in September during the annual Fall Festival and Barbecue. Runs through Sunday after Halloween. Check out your details at campfontanelle.com, Pumpkin Patch Corn Maze.
Fall has arrived and it's time to have some fun. Sid Dillon Chevrolet is the perfect place to find the vehicle to take you to your next event. Shop Nebraska's #1 volume Chevy dealer to find the vehicle for wherever your plans take you. Visit any of our 4 locations for your new Chevy or pre-owned vehicle. We're also your Chevrolet Business Elite dealer, offering medium-duty trucks and low-cab forwards. Visit us at SidDillonChevy.com.
You are what drives us, Sid Dillon.
If you're looking for a new career, Dollar General is looking for you. Hiring all positions and all shifts, they are looking for you with a starting pay up to $22 an hour with a $2,000 sign-on bonus. You can find details by going to dollargeneral.com/careers or by texting DG Warehouse to 25,000. Must be 18 or older, but again, starting pay up to $22 an hour with a $2,000 sign-on bonus. Contact them now, dollargeneral.com/careers.
Nebraska, where hardworking hands build incredible things.
Built this thing from the ground up out of nothing. Gave it everything. Now look at what it's given back.
We know you put your heart into your business because that's what Nebraskans do. As a local bank, we put our hearts into helping you because we're not just a bank in Nebraska. We're Nebraska in a bank. Pinnacle Bank, the way banking should be.
limitless. When you believe, there's no limit to what you can achieve. You come to Midland for an education, but you will leave with so much more. We're a small campus with big opportunities, and whatever you need, we'll help you succeed. At Midland, it's your future, your way, with our support every day. Midland University. It's bold, it's an experience, it's family, it's limitless.
Camp Fondell introduces Ye Old Pumpkin Patch, and that is coming up again this year. Birthday parties, field trips, scouts, youth groups, church groups, other groups are welcome, and you can enjoy time together in the fall at Camp Fondell's Pumpkin Patch and Corn Maze, which opens the third Sunday in September during the annual Fall Festival and Barbecue. Runs through Sunday after Halloween. Check out your details at campfontanelle.com, Pumpkin Patch Corn Maze.
Fall has arrived and it's time to have some fun. Sid Dillon Chevrolet is the perfect place to find the vehicle to take you to your next event. Shop Nebraska's #1 volume Chevy dealer to find the vehicle for wherever your plans take you. Visit any of our 4 locations for your new Chevy or pre-owned vehicle. We're also your Chevrolet Business Elite dealer, offering medium-duty trucks and low-cab forwards. Visit us at SidDillonChevy.com.
You are what drives us, Sid Dillon.
If you're looking for a new career, Dollar General is looking for you. Hiring all positions and all shifts, they are looking for you with a starting pay up to $22 an hour with a $2,000 sign-on bonus. You can find details by going to dollargeneral.com/careers or by texting DG Warehouse to 25,000. Must be 18 or older, but again, starting pay up to $22 an hour with a $2,000 sign-on bonus. Contact them now, dollargeneral.com/careers.
Welcome back to Heatham Field right here in Fremont, Nebraska. And we're about ready to get the second half started. 1-1. It is the Warriors against the Raiders. Switching sides, and the Raiders are not going to have the wind a little bit behind their back. Both, again, both scores from the Warriors and Raiders were within about a minute and a half of each other, and they were both penalty kicks. So that was kind of one way to be able to retaliate back and forth. But and we actually haven't seen that so far this year. So it's going to be interesting to see how they come out and how aggressive they play as we take a look at what is happening. And we'll be having another gentleman joining me as we want to make sure that you get all the action right here. And Austin McNorton, who works with me doing several different things. How are you doing today, sir?
Well, good evening.
Yeah, welcome to Midland Athletics. You actually were helping and doing some camera work over at hockey. Was that a new experience for you?
Yeah, that was my first ever hockey game that I've seen with my own 2 eyes.
Well, there you go.
And it was
a good one. Congratulations to the Warriors.
Yeah. Midland won 11-0 over Grand Canyon University today. And Michael Klein kept kind of assuring me that what I was seeing was not typical for a hockey game.
Midland with control and sending it all the way back to the keeper as we see them setting up their attack, sending it to the far side of the pitch, then across back to the keeper. Raiders really all of a sudden aggressively attacking. We're wondering if we're going to see that more aggressive attack from the Raiders at this point in time as in the second half. Coming to the near side of the pitch, Raiders stepping in and sending on the corner, sending a pass all the way to the center, but the Warriors able to clear that, going to midfield. And we see the Raiders on the far side sending up their offensive attack and send the pass right on in. And now we have a foul on Midland, so a free kick for the Raiders.
Well, yeah, you could see that time Northwestern, everyone all at once shouting, hey, recognizing and trying to help the official make that call. They weren't going to let that penalty go by.
Yeah. So, Austin, you have called have been a part of soccer a lot before. Is that right? Or
yeah, my high school team was pretty decent in soccer, and I got to broadcast a couple of those games, but it's been a while since then. Of course, watch soccer off and on, big games, World Cup games, things like that.
There comes the kick, and it goes all the way out to the Midland keeper, who runs out to the near side and sends that pass all the way down the pitch. It was able to be controlled as Midland tries to send it to the middle, but the Raiders are able to then bring that back and step in control, and they have it on the near side of the pitch, moving into Warrior territory. And then a foul was against Midland, so Raiders again with another free kick deep inside the Warrior territory.
Yeah, it looks like that'll go against Joel Barsonas for Midland. And, yeah, another free opportunity here for the Raiders. Where I'm trying to think. They did count that as shot on goal. So both teams with 5 shots on goal here in what's been a really even match.
Penalties last period were pretty even as well. There goes the free kick, and was headed, but then caught by the keeper, who sends a kick out, and that is battled for free ball right here in midfield, but then Raiders are able to send it back.
The Raiders have done a good job of pretty much keeping possession throughout this entire second half.
They have been doing a lot more aggressive play. And again, here comes another foul against Midland. Another free kick, about the same spot. So, Austin, you'll keep me up on who is doing what.
I'll try my best.
Austin is learning is difficult, for a little bit more difficult, as they built this stadium 100% wrong.
Yes, they did. Right when I was walking up to it, I was like, no way, who designed the home team looking into the sun with the press box? Never, ever, ever.
Stop the clock.
So this field was actually built. It was a memorial field, which was built shortly after World War II. So they really didn't build it with lights and stuff like that in mind at that point. They were trying to do everything during the daytime. So I guess they weren't thinking too far in the future, were they?
I guess not.
Eventually, I would like to mount the cameras on the opposite side so we can actually see something from the cameras, if nothing else. Because sometimes they get blinded, too, by the sun. Here comes a free kick, and then with a header, goes over the crossbar and out of bounds.
Yep. Nope.
I can hear you a little bit better now.
Oh, sweet. There you go. Hello.
And yeah, you wonder if the sun has any impact on the players either.
Well, I don't know that it would, because the sun is, off of the north-south side, but
it's a corner kick now.
It's a corner kick for the Raiders.
7.
Second corner kick for the Raiders of the game. Goes all the way across and out of bounds.
Tried to save it. Got close,
but now a throw-in for the Raiders. Again, maintaining that attack. And the Raiders, when they do their throw-in this deep, they set it up as a long throw, almost like a corner kick scenario is what they're trying to do. So here comes a long throw from the Raiders. And it was headed back to the keeper for Midland, who grabbed it, came out, and...
yeah, that'll be another shot on goal here. 2 of them already for Northwestern here in this second half. And again, they're able to keep possession.
One thing we did see, if you watched the first half, it was a pretty even play, but right now, the Raiders have gotten a lot more aggressive. And actually, they started the aggression a lot, really, probably the last 5 minutes of the first half, and they've maintained that now. The ball being sent into Raider territory. Midland trying to make an attack, but the Raiders kicking it out of bounds on the far side. So we have a throw in for Midland, who ends up sending that pass all the way out of the back line, and now we have a keeper kick for the Raiders. Probably in about a half an hour, we might be able to see with the sunset.
Right.
So that means that this evening's game, as we have the Lady Warriors coming in, and we'll get really good views of that.
The lights on. See if Midland can kind of keep possession here a little bit and try and create some offensive opportunities. And nope, they turn it over immediately. Right on cue here.
Yeah, there you go.
Here, right on the near side.
With a deep pass, but it goes out of bounds off of Midland. Now we have the Raiders with a throw in, keeping it to the near side. Sends across the pitch, gets past the Midland player into another Raider who is stepping in to be able to send that, working on the far side of the pitch. Blocked by Midland, but ends up getting cleared out of bounds on the far side of the pitch.
Say it goes off of
a Raider, so throw in for Midland. And that throw in ends up going out of bounds right in front of the Raider bench. Still off of a Raider, so Midland with another throw in.
This time they try to throw it deep.
Raiders step in, try to send it back, but Midland just sending it.
Goalie out of the box. Can Midland take advantage here on the near side? Warriors keep it. Trying to just get the players down the field here, down the pitch, and keep it on this near side. It goes out.
Foul against the Raiders now with the first free kick for Midland.
Yeah, that one goes against Gerard Uame. And yeah, Midland now with their first free kick here in the second half. We're at 36-22 left here in the half. Still tied at 1. Northwestern has had more of the opportunities here in the second half, but see if Midland can kind of keep it down on this end here.
Here comes the kick, and that is sent to the center middle of the pitch. It's like the Raiders clearing it out.
Good header, though, by Midland right there in the middle. The Warriors are able to keep possession again. Errant pass that time in transition. Yeah, errant pass. Right idea. Just got a little bit too ahead of yourself and passed it behind his teammate.
Throw in from Midland was headed right back out by the Raiders. So Midland with another throw in, far side. Raiders with a clearing kick.
The Warrior keeper will come out and boot it away, way out of his goalie box.
I was noticing earlier that the Raiders keeper was basically coming out to where that 40 line was the first half. Really trying to keep the offense all the way down as far as they could.
Yeah. Now the throw in will go back to the keeper as Northwestern looks to set up their offensive attack now. 34-36 to go here.
Raiders with a good pass down the far side of the pitch. Reversing it back to the center near side. Are they able to keep it in? They were not able to keep that in. So that
heck of an effort down that far side, though, for Northwestern.
So that goes out the back line for a keeper kick.
Yeah, it was Kobe Bockham down there on that far side who was made a heck of a sprint on it there for Northwestern to try and keep it in and keep it on this near side down there in that far corner. But now Midland controls possession, still tied at 1. Both teams just, right now you can kind of sense they're just trying to get a feel of how this second half is going to play out. Midland sends one deep into the sun. There is a Warrior back there. Midland just trying to keep possession now, waiting for the numbers to come back down. Nice move. That's booted way behind the goal, over to the left. Well, don't know if he was trying to get it to a cross here on the near side.
Yeah, I don't know if that might have been trying to pass, but just footed it wrong and ended up going the wrong direction.
Now it's Colin Mackey here on that side who, I don't know if he was looking for a teammate or just had that go off the side of his foot errantly. Back to the keeper, and the Warriors will reset now here on the near side. Not a great pass, but Midland's able to keep it straight down the center. Now back to the near side. And they'll take it back and control it again.
I have never seen that
Kind of running the things back here for Midland is Nathan Powis, number 14, and now he sends it over to the far side. I will go into the stands. And Midland will control it. Trying to get something going down in the shade over there on that far side. And now here's a little bit of a run for the Warriors. They'll take it back into the middle. Now back here to the near side. Looking for a crosser. Shot on goal is saved for Midland.
Couple bounce right into the arms of the keeper there.
Well, that is Midland's 7th shot. Second shot on goal. And a save for Northwestern, their first.
Out of bounds off of Raider. And throw in for Midland.
I think Northwestern was wondering if it was, in fact, off of Midland or not, or where he was supposed to throw it in from.
That was the bigger question. It definitely was off of a Raider, but yeah, he was taking
he got basically
a
up
few
to
meters
midfield,
advantage there. So
before the throw. Now Northwestern trying to clear it out. Midland with an opportunity. Kind of one-on-one here.
And
trying to break away. Control. Yeah. Nice job of getting down there to keep control. But then it's lost. Good defense. And Northwestern takes it right back down the near side here. Great defense here right in front of us. That's number 10, I see, which I don't have a number for here on my roster.
That never happens.
Right? 30 minutes, 30-12 to go here in the half. Still tied at 1.
He's not even over there. He was that's where we had started.
Down the far side. Somehow that thing stays in play down the far sideline. And the ball's away from the keeper. Boy, that was a good opportunity there for Midland. But a whistle anyway. And the ball will go back to the Red Raiders. Boy, that was almost catastrophic there for Northwestern.
The ball got deflected away from the keeper, and the keeper had an open goal there. If Midland would have been able to time that one out right, they would have had that score.
This is the first time that these two teams have met this year. After Midland was in Hastings on Wednesday night. and ended in a draw 2-2.
Centering pass, Midland with a header to keep that out. Kept the Raiders from being able to place an attack on that one, but that was Raiders really doing a nice job being aggressive, but the Midland was able to get that and send that out and maintain control.
Yeah, that's exactly what Midland's trying to do, just kind of maintain control and try to get something broken.
Spread out the field. Waiting, really, at this point in time, that's what it looks like everybody's trying to do is waiting for somebody to make a mistake.
Nice job of clearing that one out by Northwestern. Midland had a little bit of a run. And down there deep for the Red Raiders, the first guy I saw was it looked like Luke Roloffs to kind of clear it out.
Throw in for Midland on the far side.
Looking directly into the sun here, kind of in that spot of the field that we can't see too well. It's thrown towards the goal. The Red Raiders clear it down the side and keep it in and boot it all the way back where Midland sends it back to the keeper to just kind of reset. That's defensive execution to a T that time for Northwestern. This pass attempt, nice job to come up, catch that ball at about the 10-yard line to clear it out.
Midland doing the same thing, just coming back and then taking up, bringing it to the keeper who just clears it. Headed back by the Red Raiders. That goes out of bounds, and that's a throw in for Midland. Nice throw in and control by Midland. Sends a pass all the way across the pitch. And sends a pass back as they're trying to open up their attack.
It's such a battle over there on that far sideline. Both teams have spent a lot of time down there in that second half. Just trying to create something, try and find someone to cut. Find a lane, find a crease. Just hasn't really been there.
So now it looks like we have a throw in from Midland, or from the far side. It's a deep throw. Right into the Midland player who tries to take a shot, but goes into a Raider. And then another shot right into another Raider.
Back-to-back shots there for Midland. It was a great pass. Yeah, yep. It was a great pass to get it in there. But, yeah, you said it, Kelly. The defense was outstanding there in the middle. Just kind of get in front. Put your body on the line, essentially.
Foot race and cleared out by Midland.
Yeah, and the Warrior bench likes that. And the Midland fans here kind of rose up for that one as well.
So Raiders with a throw in from the far side.
6, 9, and 20.
Yeah, so it looks like for Northwestern, it's Tim Kaltenberger out there to throw it in towards the goal. It's headed away by Midland. Can't fully clear it out, though. So Northwestern will try a shot.
Straight into the hands of the keeper, who then sends it back all the way down the pitch. Raiders take control of it on the far side and goes out of bounds. Looks like it's a free kick for the Raiders on the far side, middle of the field. They send it back to the keeper to set up their offense.
They keep it in right here on the near side, and then Midland gets a steal, breaking away. Gosh, you said it earlier, Kelly, about how far that goalkeeper comes out. He was way outside. If that ball gets by him, Midland has a layup.
Yeah, exactly.
The lights on now here. This beautiful complex.
Did you see my face?
Midland able to get that deep pass on the ground, and
who's it off of? That was a bang play, and they say it's off of Midland.
So it must have it was kicked by Midland, must have ricocheted back and off.
Yep. That happened so quick.
Throw in from the Raiders sends it right back to the keeper. It brings it to the near side, which I like because we can actually see it.
Yeah, once it's in the shade. Yep. Midland again, every time they've had it, they just kind of kept it here in the back and just tried to control possession and set something up, and that'll be a foul against
the Raiders. Yep. Push from the back.
It's a little bit too aggressive that time there in the middle.
Midland being calculative on the way they handle this. So pass to the near side of the pitch. Sends it back. Maintain control. Pass to the middle of the pitch.
And here we see it again, Kelly. Midland just trying to keep it back here and try and get somebody to run deep. And that time the pass was a little bit wide of its target downfield, but Northwestern turns it over on the far sideline, and Midland will have a throw-in right in front of their bench. And over there, to throw in for the Warriors is, looks like Eloy DeMarquette.
Sends it back and brings it all the way back down to the keeper for Midland, who brings it to the near side. Always looking for those high percentage passes.
Yeah, for sure.
Really, Midland has been very conservative. Yeah. Yeah, we're providing the internet for the facility here through BSDN.
Okay.
So that's why I get asked these questions. So. Good pass. Gets centered across, then the Raiders are sending it all the way across, so it's a throw-in instead of a corner kick. That's the way they cleared it out. So,
yeah, that's great defense down here for Northwestern. That looks like number 8. That's Johan Ace von Soldern.
Setting up for a deep throw.
So a long throw way back. Yeah, way long throw. Trying to get it to the goal. And does inside. Goodness, that almost found its way in. Oh, my goodness. There's so many bodies around. You wondered if it was going to get bounced around up in all the masses and all the chaos. For Northwestern's sake, it got out of there just in time.
Yeah, it did. Still 1-1, 18:50 left. Northwestern sending it to the far side. But Midland taking control briefly. Now it's back in. Well, Raiders then turn it back over to Midland.
So here comes Northwestern now. We're under 20 minutes to go. A little bit of a hole, a little bit of a lane. Still going, trying to pass it off. And finally, it's booted up into the air for Midland. And that brings the Warrior fan to their feet, saying we just had to get it out.
And there was also a penalty against the Raiders, so it would have been a free kick anyway for Midland. Keeper setting up the free kick to the far side.
17 back here.
Midland down the far side, just being patient, trying to be conservative.
Deep pass.
Yeah, and then right when I say that, they said went deep, and Midland fighting for it down near the corner. Still in play. That's an incredible effort by the Red Raiders to keep it in play.
And then clear that back to in front of the Midland bench. Send it back to their keeper, who makes a deep pass, but Midland tries to clear it back.
Keeper for Midland comes out to grab that one. Oh, hello there, Rich.
Mr. Rich Ray stepping in briefly before he has to go play hockey.
If you can play half as good as the Midland women played today, Rich, you'll be all right. My goodness, they were fun to watch.
He'll be actually heading over to the hockey rink here in a little while for women's hockey. Or actually, no, it's men's hockey.
Men's hockey tonight.
Men's hockey is there facing off against Northwestern.
Northern Illinois.
Yep. Sorry, this is game 2 of the Northern Illinois matchup.
After the wild one from last night.
Wild. That one was wild. 3 Northern Illinois players were ejected from that game, by the way.
Yeah, that's what Michael was saying. And he was wondering also what the ruling on that is, if they're allowed to play tonight or not.
Yeah. It's like, is it a red card type scenario or not?
Northwestern trying to get a breakaway. Nice slide tackle. No whistle. That was perfectly executed. Northwestern takes it back, and now they have a little bit of a run and a clearing. And what a play by the Warrior keeper. Coming out high in the box. That's a gamble he's not able to get. That would be a Red Raider goal.
Yeah, he had to swallow that ball hard to be able to hold on to it, because he was going to get ran right over by a Red Raider.
Yeah. Like,
that is Marco Moresco. Under 15 minutes to go, when both teams have had some opportunities here in the second half, have had some looks, but then right when they get around that spot, just haven't been able to capitalize on those said opportunities. Midland was playing a lot of defense in the first part of this second half, but now they've kind of controlled it and are trying to make a little bit of a something happen here as we get towards the end of it. Trying to avoid the draw. Northwestern controls it into their territory now. Midland is back, though, so the Warriors do have the numbers, and it's booted here towards the sideline, and Midland tried to save it.
Oh,
wow.
There we go.
Wow.
There's some...
Boy, what a...
there's some conversations coming from the officials on this one. There's at least a yellow card coming out.
Joel Barsonis here on the near side who tried to save it, and a yellow card will be awarded to a Warrior. Trying to think who... I think it's on Austin Golden for Midland, who gets the yellow card.
There's a lot of waving going on down there. What do we see?
Wahoo will control it, though.
Not Wahoo, I'm sorry.
Wahoo. I'm talking about the Wahoo Warriors, yeah.
Midland Warriors.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I can't believe that's only the first time I've done that.
Pleading his case still, but now it's time to start playing again.
The clock did stop.
Here goes. The clock will start as the throw-in gets sent in and goes out of bounds on a Raider again. So
now Midland
is the
good field position.
Really
here.
Good field position.
It does allow the Red Raiders defense to kind of come back and get set, but Midland would love to be able to run some offense on this half of the field for the final 13 minutes of action.
You know, normally in a situation that time frame, you got to wonder how quickly if you knew you were going to have a throw in and you were going to try to be able to get yourself set up before the Raiders were set, so you can do that throw in quick.
Right. Northwestern takes advantage. A couple of bodies go to the ground, and a foul
against the Raiders.
Yep, goes against Northwestern, and
free kick.
Yep, he doesn't like that call, as it was Red Raider number 7, and that's Stan Van Dan Beld.
What? Offsides. Midland.
Offsides called right there, so we had a Warrior that was on the wrong side of the Raider defense, so... Almost a sunset. We're seeing more and more of the field all the time down here.
Yeah, I know. It'll certainly probably cool things off here a little bit. This one's near the goal, and once again, a good job by the keeper. He does such a good job of getting his hands on it quickly before the Midland offense can kind of get towards him.
You're lying. Foul number 14.
And that'll go against Nathan Palace for Midland. The Midland crowd didn't like the call. Now the clock will stop.
Yeah, the Raiders keeper comes all the way out here. This is kind of like pulling the goalie in hockey. It's like,
yeah, that's Pablo Osbas for Northwestern. Yeah, he came up to just kind of set it down right at the middle of the pitch. As Northwestern will have a free kick now. The clock did stop, and now the sun almost behind the trees. Oh, thank you. Yeah. Thank you so much.
All right, there we have the throw in. Oh, wait, here comes the free kick, and that gets sent all the way down, and with a two-handed grab, Midland's keeper is able to send that back down, trying to maintain control. Raiders on the attack on the near side, and pass gets centered across, but
dropped on by the Midland keeper, be able to maintain control, limit any risk there. So shots between the two, Midland with 9 shots and the Raiders with 8 shots. Very even match there. And actually a low shooting game, I would say, for both teams. Sending it to the far side, Midland working, be able to spread the offense out and keeps it inbounds on the far side. Pass gets forward, and then we have a yellow card.
Hold on, put it out. 13. Away. And he's coming off. He's subbing for that number that I said before.
All right, so that was a yellow card against the Raiders.
20. And Hachi's coming in for number 20 as well. So 20 going out from both sides.
Yeah, it looked like that time for Northwestern, it looks like it went against Jason McFadden, the 5'10" senior out of the Netherlands. Honestly, I kind of missed it and didn't see exactly what the call was or the reason for the yellow card. The clock does stop again, so can Midland set something up here as we approach the 10-minute mark here, still tied at 1.
Midland maintaining control, sends a pass all the way down and just off, not able to get control, and they probably would have been offsides anyway.
Yeah, and that's, I think, what the Warrior was kind of indicating here on the near side, and that was Austin Golden. He kind of stuck his hand up in the air and said probably would have been offsides anyway if he was able to get to it. Good kick from the keeper here to the near side. Northwestern keeps it. Now the Red Raiders will set up their offenses. They sent one down far side. The Warrior defense and keeper. And Marco Moresco comes out to grab it. And now Midland with an opportunity, avoiding the turnover and sending it downfield. Header is booted away. And a foul will go
off Midland.
Yep, it looks like it will go against the Warriors of Lloyd team.
There was a collision down there, and so Raiders still down.
Yeah, Lloyd
they're working out of like a cramp situation. Sending the Raiders downfield as the keeper comes out for that free kick.
And we've had a couple of stops here in the last 15 minutes. We've had a couple of stops for a couple of fouls, a couple of yellow cards. The keeper sends it deep. Midland will head it and control it and reset the offense.
With about 9 minutes left of the second half of the game, of regulation anyway. Tied at 1.
Now this one's sent kind of back towards the corner. Midland, at this point, you want to try and get it upfield. Yeah. And the Warriors will hurry and throw it in and do so deep. It's kind of a 1-on-1, 2-on-2 now. And great defense from Northwestern. Spoiling that opportunity there deep for the Red Raiders was number 24. That was Marcel Lingert out of Germany, clearing that one out.
Off of a Warrior, then Raiders have a throw in deep in their own territory, near side.
It looks like we have a Red Raider down here cramping here right at the 40.
We were talking about that earlier. It's not that it's really been hot or anything to cause the cramping issues, but really dry, really windy the past couple of days.
Yeah.
Would be also a dehydration issue would be causing that. So
looked like there for Northwestern, it was number 10, Tim Kaltenberger. Seems to be all right. Hops back up and go back to the goalie of Northwestern to clear it. Doesn't send it super far. Midland has it. Not many numbers, though, and the Red Raiders are back defensively to take it away. And now they send it up into the air. A wicked spin on it. Stays on the sideline somehow in play. Still there on the sideline. Now put back into the middle, and Midland will send it back and say, we're going to set up our defense. here for the final 7:52 to go.
Nice pass on Midland, and the keeper does exactly what Warriors keeper did a little bit ago. Comes, slides out, and swallows that ball up.
Yeah, Osmus, what a play. The senior from Spain comes up to slide and grab that one in his chest. Good opportunity there for Midland, just getting to that point in the match.
And fired that off quickly.
Yeah,
Now it came out of bounds near side midfield off of the Warriors. So Raiders have a throw in.
Feels like fall in moments. I hate when it's hot. I hate warm weather.
Northwestern trying to set something up, but how about that Warrior defense? They get it back in a hurry and send it long. Now it's an opportunity and a foul called. Oh, and it's against Midland. I can't believe that.
That was, from what I was looking at, it looked like pretty much a free ball. But.
Right, they were both fighting for it, both got there at the same time, but it'll go against Patrick Lane, and he can't believe it. The Warrior fans can't believe it either. Well, so with 6:40 to go, now Northwestern with an opportunity. They're trying to get a corner kick.
Yeah,
and that one just goes out of Midland. So not a corner, but an opportunity for a long throw in, but they don't take it. They just want it right back and set up. They'll kick it towards the goal, and ooh, what a save.
Just a quick tap in, but the keeper was ready for that one.
Marco Moresco gets both hands on it and the body.
8 Raiders.
Free kick for Midland, who sends a deep pass.
Well, yeah, you talked about it a little bit earlier, Kelly, about how even this has been. Both teams with 9 shots. The difference is Northwestern has had a lot more shots on goal.
Yeah.
But here we are tied. The fouls have been pretty even. The corners 2-1. I mean, it's just been about as fun of a game as you can have, really. This one's headed up in the air. Northwestern controls it. Now they'll come back left to right. Midland takes it right back to set up their offense at midfield, avoiding the turnover.
Amazing attack. Again, a lot of aggressive attacking by the Raiders.
Now this one is sent up into the air high, now towards the far side of the pitch and cleared out. Midland takes it back, trying to create something, losing his balance and falling to the turf that time. And coming up a little bit slow for the Warriors was Nathan Powis. Midland controlling it again as we're under 5 minutes to go here. This is when the pressure kind of intensifies a little bit. And now it looks like another Warrior is cramping here. But no stoppage of play is the Warrior that's down. It is Powis, the sophomore out of England. He went down kind of on his own. No one was really even around him. And that kind of gives that immediate indicator of what that is.
His legs are so wide.
Now the sun gone, and that'll definitely cool things off a little bit.
That will cool things off, but we can see the entire field very clearly now.
Hannah.
I'm all right with that.
Yeah,
I'm all right with being able to see the field so clear. So Midland will have it on the far side. Send it deep. An opportunity here for the Warriors. Do they have the numbers, though, and the control? They send it back to the far side. Shot, and it's way over. That time for Midland. And that time on the shot was Lloyd DeMarque. So DeMarque will send it deep. It's headed out by the Warriors. Under 4 minutes to go now here for Northwestern. They'll throw it deep. Midland cuts it off and sends it out, and it just is allowing Northwestern to move a little bit closer towards the goal here on the near side.
There's no way that was in the
Short throw,
Yeah.
controlled throw there.
And it goes out again off
of Midland.
Yeah, the throw happened so quick. But a good job for Austin Golden to stay with it and say, oh, no, I was still ready for it and send it out. But now it looks like Northwestern will try that deep throw towards the goal. It's up in the air and caught. Heck of a play by Marco Moresco for Midland. And he tries to create a transition opportunity here for the Warriors, but it's taken away. Here come the Red Raiders now, left to right. Errant pass, Midland has it. Now taken here to the near side. A lot of the fans sitting on the edge of their seat a little bit here. For Midland, they want to get the ball out of this neck of the woods. Sent back deep. Midland's fighting for it. That should go off of Northwestern.
Northwestern's, the Midland throw-in. So fast turnaround Midland throw-in and making sure they're onside.
Here in the middle, an opportunity and a shot wide.
Did it deflect off? No, it didn't.
Yeah, that was Lucas Foreman on the shot, the freshman out of here in Fremont. Christian International School of Prague is where he's coming from before coming here to Midland. This one's up in the air. 2:05 to go here. In regulation, still tied at 1, and Moresco will grab it with two hands and let the Red Raiders defense clear out and send it to the far side of the pitch. Ball sent deep, way deep. Another close play, but another keeper as Pablo Aspas sends it deep. Now Northwestern trying to run. And it's sent back to the Midland keeper. Back and forth we go. My gosh. How are you keeping up with your camera there? That's incredible.
It's a challenge sometimes.
Three straight times the keepers touch it. Back and forth. This one's sent here to the near side for the Red Raiders. Going left to right, fighting for it, sent towards the goal, and once again, Moresco grabs it in the all-green, orange gloves, sending it deep in the middle of the pitch. A header is won by Midland, and now here come the Warriors. They send it towards the far side, and that's interesting to see who that one will go off of. It's off of Northwestern, and a good battle by Colin Mackey there out of Papillion, and now Colin will throw it in to nobody. Northwestern clears it. Midland has it now. Here to the near side. Going towards his left. Trying to cross it. It's off of Northwestern, and it's a Midland corner with 37 seconds. They have to go quickly, as this will probably be the final play of regulation. As Austin Golden will kick it, as we're at 25 seconds left. Final chance here for the Warriors, and the fans are anxious about this play. He sends it towards the goal, and it's caught by the keeper. Nice play by Pablo Aspas. He holds on, falling to the ground. 6 seconds to go.
And then.
And that's it for regulation.
Yeah.
As you see a lot of players gassed on the pitch right now. A lot of guys falling to the ground and pure exhaustion as those final 15 minutes were absolutely a marathon. The way the guys were sprinting around the field, but a 1-1 draw here in the men's action. My goodness. What a battle that second half was. There were some opportunities for both teams, but it seemed like whenever it got onto another team's side, the defense just kind of stepped up that much more.
That's right. So, they both get a point.
Yeah. Yep.
Literally. As well as standings-wise. So, tied 1-1. Wrap that up. And we're going to